Hi, welcome. I'm Jackie Maru, and this is a post-run stretch. So you can do it anytime after your run, whether it's right after or even if it's that evening, but better not to do it before your run. If you like this class, you can try some of my other classes available on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, visit yogadownload.com for more classes. Let's go ahead and begin. Come to a standing position. So on your feet. Separate your feet hip-width distance apart, toes forward, right in front of your heels, and then take your hands and just bring them together right in front of your heart for a moment. Before we start our stretching and our yoga, we'll just take this time to take a few breaths and to get ourselves centered. Expand our lung capacity, take in more air. Let's take a big breath in together here, as big as you can. And then exhale through your nose or through your mouth. One more, breathe in. Exhale, let it out. Breathe in. And let it go. And then just open up your eyes. Reach your arms over your head. Take your right hand and grab your left wrist. Press down through your feet. Lean over to your right side. Stretch the left side of your body out. You might even feel this in your low back, sort of QL area if you're tight there. Keep your chin out of your chest and press through all four corners of both feet. And while you're in a posture, you want to breathe deeply. And release. Come on up, we'll switch grip. Left hand, right wrist, reach up, and then lean over towards the other side. Pull your chin from your chest and try to square your chest and your hips forward. Gentle pulling on your wrist. Let your breath just flow in and out, maybe even making it a little deeper while you hold. And then release and come on up. Take your hands, bring them back to your heart. Now bend your knees and sit back, bringing the weight of your body into your heels. Take your left ankle and bring it on top of your right knee. Sit your hips back and down, and then bring your hands together in front of your heart. If balance is a problem, if it's hard, you can also hold a chair in front of you or do this holding a counter or a couch. Or work your balancing muscles. Let yourself fall in and out. As you sit deeper, you'll feel where that stretch is going in your hips and glutes. Release. Just come on up to standing. We'll work the other side. Shift left. Take right foot up. Rest it on top of your left thigh, and then as you bend your knee, you'll feel the stretch in your hips. You're working your balancing muscles here, your deep core, as well as opening your hips. Balance will be easier if you just stare at one spot. And release. Come on up. 2 feet on the ground. Reach your arms up. Just get some length. And then forward fold. Just bend your knees a tiny bit. Keep your spine long as you hinge at your waist to forward fold. And then just bow over your legs. You might not be able to touch the floor. Your hands might come to your shins, or they might even come to your thighs. Just come down as deep as you can. When you bend your knees, notice where the sensation goes. You might feel it more in your lower back. When you start to try to straighten your legs, then, and I don't even have to tell you this, hamstrings, you're going to get it more in your hamstrings as you try to get your legs straighter. Try and relax your head. Melt into the stretch, just lengthening all these muscles after your run or your hike. And then bend your knees a little. Step your left foot way back so that you're in a lunge position. Stack your right ankle on top of your right knee. You can adjust the length of your stance as you need to here. Now drop your back knee down to your yoga mat or your carpet, your floor, whatever, outside, grass. If this floor or whatever's underneath you is too hard, just place something underneath your knee like a towel or a blanket, or you can even fold your yoga mat in half if you have one. We'll move now into a half split. Don't let that word split scare you. Pull your hips back just until your left hip stacks directly above your left knee. And then inch your right foot forward until you can get your right leg towards straight. I know that some of you might not be able to straighten your leg all the way. That's okay. As long as you're feeling something and it's not pain, you're okay. Now, bow over your leg as much as your body's going to let you. For a moment, I want you to point your right toe. So point your foot. If that causes you to cramp, ease up on it a little bit. But as you point your foot towards the mat, you're going to stretch all these muscles in the front of your shin. Now, turn your right toes in towards the left so that you're at a little bit of an angle, and then you're really going to feel the area and the outside of your lower right leg just stretching. You can always back out if it starts to tingle or if it causes you pain. Now release, toes just wherever you want them. Stay here and just feel this, or if you're able, take your left hand to the outside of your right foot and kind of drag it across your mat towards your hand on the left or towards the left side of your mat. So your foot's kind of crossed over towards the left. And then bow, and then you're going to feel like T-band. Just do the best you can. If you have to be on fingertips, that's okay. Deep breathing. Now release, just inch your foot back in, and now bring your foot wide, almost towards the right side of your mat all the way, and then bend your right knee so we're coming towards a runner's lunge. So now we're dropping our hips towards the floor as we bend. Walk your hands up. Runner's lunge or lizard pose. You can inch your right heel forward so that your ankle is closer to the top of your yoga mat than your knee is. And you can bring your hands down. If you're really flexible, you can lower to forearms. If you're not, no worries. Come to straight arms or even fingertips. And just melt here for a little bit. And then release. Just inch and swing your right knee back to meet your left. Now, this will be an easy transition. Step your left foot forward, as many steps as it takes to get there, because we're going to do the other side from here. Inch your left heel forward and try to straighten your leg. What we're going for is right hip bone stacked right on top of knee. So we're not leaning way back here. Look at the screen if you need a visual. But we're stacked hip on top of knee. You can just let your foot be free, whatever feels good, and then bow over your leg as much as your body lets you. And then point your foot, trying to almost get the bottom of your foot towards the mat. Let sensation guide you. We want to avoid pain. Now turn your toes towards the right until you feel that sensation in your ankle, outer left shin area. Intensity is okay, pain's not okay. Come back to your center. Now flex your foot in just a little bit, and that's going to take you deeper into your calf muscle, and then just bow there. Come up slow, and then you'll grab your right foot and just kind of help it along. Cross it towards the right side of your mat, and then bow in, and you'll feel like T-band. Lots of different sensations. You can wiggle, you can move around as you need to. Make sure you're breathing deeply. I know you're breathing, but are you breathing deeply? Release. Walk your left foot towards the left side of your mat and then lunge into it. So you bend left knee, bring both hands to the inside of your bent left knee, inch your left foot forward and maybe even your right knee back, and let your hips just start to fall towards your yoga mat. Lift your chest a little. Again, if you're more bendy, you can lower down. If you're not, there's nothing wrong with you. Just come up and breathe. And then release. Just swing your left knee back. Now lie on your belly. Prop yourself up onto your left forearm. Bend your right knee. Reach your right hand back for your foot. If you can do this, start to draw your heel towards your outer glute. We don't need to try to pull the heel in towards the center or towards the middle of your right butt or glute, but more just gently towards the outside. But we can keep our knees from swaying out wide. If this just is impossible for your body, no worries. There's always an option. You can lie on your side, grab your foot, and then as you kick back, that's how you can get into your quadricep. Stay with the stretch. We gotta stay with it, not rushing out. Really letting everything lengthen and release. Release it. Now, right forearm to the mat, bend your left knee. And then if you're able, you pull heel towards glute, or if you're on your side, you can kind of kick back a little, but be very careful with your knee here. For some of you, it might feel better to lift it or to bring it in. Move around a little till you find a place where there's no pulling at all on your kneecap, no matter what you're doing. Make sure that your body feels good in this stretch. Just see if you can remain with this. Think of how long you run for. Just 10 seconds of stretching is all I'm asking here, and your body will thank you. Release it. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your legs and lift your chest right up off the floor to open your chest and your heart and to strengthen the muscles in the back of your body. Give yourself a breath here. And then release, lower down. Press yourself up to a tabletop position on all fours. Spread your fingers wide. We'll move into one downward dog. Curl your toes and just lift your hips up and press your heels towards the floor. Soften your knees a little so that your back can release and be free. Spread your fingers wide and press through the knuckle of your first finger and thumb. And then relax your head and neck down. This will help just release your lower back a little bit. Take a full deep breath here. Let it all out, let it go. And then release to your hands and your knees. And have a seat on your mat. Lie on your backs. Pull your right knee in towards your chest and straighten your left leg out in front of you. Spine twist. Take your left hand towards the outside of your right knee and then guide your knee across your body towards the floor. So you're fully in a twist here. Look over your right shoulder and you can reach your right arm out to the right or you can bend it. Close your eyes and just melt a little bit. Just getting some spinal rotation to help neutralize you. Release. We'll take the other side. Right leg straight out. Bend left knee in. Right hand comes to outside of left knee. Guide your knee across your body. Reach your left arm to the left and look left. Spine twist. And release. Come back to center. Shavasana. Extend your legs out in front of you. Bring your palms just to your sides. And just take a moment to be still. We work our bodies so much. Stillness is vital. Just let yourself replenish here and be nourished. Rest your body and your mind. And this is our Shavasana pose. You can stay here for as long as you want to stay. No need to get out of it too soon. Practice this class a few times and you'll get more open. And if you like this class, try my other gentle classes or any of them on YouTube, or available at yogadownload.com. Thank you, and namaste.